Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you so much for watching. So today I'm here with another review video. Now you would have already seen my haul videos in which I showed a lot of things, out of which I thought I need to share my thoughts and views on the same because I am quite enjoying this particular product and I feel it's pretty handy and it's like all-in-one palette where you don't have to carry multiple products with you. So I'm talking about the L.A.Girl blush palette. Now this palette comes into 4 shade ranges. So one is Spice, Glam, Pink and Glow. Now I am currently using the Spice palette because I felt this is the apt palette for my skin tone. And let's jump on to its interesting facts and features. Now this particular palette will cost you $999 and you can get this on Nykaa, HOK Makeup, and you can even get it on Amazon, but I would highly recommend you to buy your makeup from Nykaa because that's the authentic site, and HOK Makeup also. Now this is like a big palette and it is a normal cardboard packaging and it has this magnetic closure. That's it. It doesn't come with its outer box or anything. Then you get 22 grams of product and you get 2 blushes, 1 bronzer and 1 highlighter. And this product will last you for 3 years. That's quite a huge time to use up a product after opening it. And this validity box is made here. So after you open the box, basically the palette, you can use it up to 3 years. And the story behind validity is if you feel the shadows or the face palette is working the same way it used to work earlier, you can still use it even after 3 years. And if you feel the texture has changed, then it's time that you should just get rid of it. Okay, enough of all that. Let's move on to the palette. Now the palette from inside, it looks like this, and then you get these 4 lovely shades. Now you can already see I have been using this palette because you know if I'm reviewing the product, it has to be used and thoroughly experienced in all kind of like not weather I would say, but then during days, during nights, I've used this palette and I have been using this palette every day so that I can give you my real views on the same. Then you get 2 lovely blushes and then you get this one particular bronzer and a very nice highlighter. Now for an Indian skin tone, I feel the palette is apt because it doesn't have a very loud highlighter, neither it has loud blushes, and bronzer it has to be dark. So all in one, I really love the palette, and it has like the pan size is huge, you can see that, and then you get the mirror also. Now you get like not a very huge mirror type of thing, like you get this kind of a mirror, so you can you're all sorted, like you just have to carry this palette and you're done. Now I have not applied any of this today on my face. I've just done my eye makeup, put on my base, lipstick and done. So I'm going to show you the application part of it also. So why don't we straight away jump into application, and through the application we'll talk more about it. So for my blush, I'm going to use my trusty brush. I'm not going to change the brushes. I'm going to go with the same brushes which I use. So first we're going to blush. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to mix both the blushes and use it on my face. That's how I'm doing it nowadays. And let's see how it is. So it picks up product but not that much. So it's quite good. Like I like face palettes to have a little bit of kickback so that it doesn't create a mess on the face. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use the same mirror which is in the palette so that you see the usage of it. So smile and blush. So start blushing and you can see it's a very nice subtle blush. See, so I really like the shades which they have put into their other palettes also. I think that's enough, Anjana, or else we'll keep putting blush. So I really like the blush, you can see that. And then what I generally do, run over the brush all over my face. That's my habit and I like it. So that my whole face looks blushed and flushed. Okay. Next, this is the blush. it's quite easy. It's not that pigmented, but it's not pigmented. It has a little bit of kickback, but I like it that way, and you will enjoy the palette. So blush is on point. Let's do some bronzing. So I'm going to use my trusty brush from the bronzer also, and I'm going to start bronze. So just take a little bronzer. I've not applied anything, you can see that, and start bronzing. Oh my god, that's quite a lot of product. And start. What I do, I pack first and then blend. Pack, blend. Just go on your forehead. Okay. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take my mirror so that I can look and apply. And just go onto your jawline. Take a little bit more product, apply on your forehead, apply here, and done. You can see. I think for day, that much bronzing is good. I really like it. I just love this look today. And you know, I like to just run over my brush a bit. That's it. I think I'm quite happy with my bronzing. Let's move on to some highlighter. So for the highlighter, actually, I think I forgot my brush to keep when I was filming. So what I'm going to do is take this BH Cosmetic fluffy tapered brush, because this is also good for highlighting. I never use this brush generally for my highlights, but today let's do it. So what I'm going to I'm just going to take the highlight first. Before that, I'm just going to give you a swatch. This is how the highlight is. So just take a little bit of highlight. It picks up a lot of product. Please dust off the excess and start applying. Okay. It's quite subtle. That's good. Okay. And then I'm just going to go over my brow bone and highlight. So as I told you, it's a very subtle highlight. It's not a very booming highlight. Like if you're thinking that it is going to give that blinding effect. So maybe if you wet your brush, then you may get a blinding effect. But then I'm just going to apply. You can see it gives me the right amount of shine which I need. Because you know, I like highlighters, I love highlighters, but they're not when you know it starts giving me texture or it looks patchier. Then I'm going to go all over my nose. So I'm going to use my finger for my nose application and then just use this brush. Okay, that's like a subtle highlight. I really like it. Just a little more I'm going to put on my tip of my nose and done. So you can see it gives a very nice highlight. I like it. So this is the highlight application. So now you can see her whole face. It's well done. Like the palette is well done. Okay. So this was okay, sorry. So this is the highlight, bronzer, 2 blushes, and that's how the palette is, and this is how it works. So I hope you got some idea how to go about this palette. Now packaging, I have a little bit of complaint that they could have done a more compact packaging, as in if you put this directly in your bag, it may open and it may get damaged. That's the only drawback I feel. Apart from that, I love the pigmentation to these blushes, highlight and bronzer. Knock on, The inner corner highlight is again from the palette itself, so you can see how intense it is. And bronzer is amazing. Brushes, the two shades are amazing. Now I would suggest the people who are of my skin tone or deeper than me, go for the palette Glam or Spice, and people who are light to medium or fair to medium can go for the palette Glow and Pink. So that's how I feel it should go about. And wait for a good discount. You may end up getting this palette for $7.99. At times you may end up getting for $6.99 also. And the two best sites you can go for this palette is HOK Makeup or Nykaa. I will mention down the link to both the sites in my description. You can go ahead and watch that. But all in all, it is 10 on 10 palette, fully approved. You just need to have this palette. So I hope you loved watching this review and the swatching. Stay tuned for more such videos on my channel, and stay tuned for another interesting review coming up soon. So take care and bye-bye.